Howdy and welcome to episode 9, Tales of the Meta. My name is Michael Lemke and I am the number 1 ranked player in this podcast.
You messed up the intro.
Nope.
All right, guys. Sorry about the brief intermission that we had. We were gone for a couple
I'm
weeks.
not even going to cut that. I'm just going to let that happen, right?
Yeah, I normally say Justin Shaft at some point, but whatever. I'll just introduce
myself.
myself.
Justin Shaft.
Now. Michael's going to talk about how he won Store Championship.
I did? So we've been gone for 2 weeks, which is sad. So I will say after the last time we recorded, we also played, and I beat Justin Shaft in a 3-game match with puppies. So he did lose to puppies since we last saw you, and then we met in a store championship with his beloved Blurple, which was just, I had a slight variation on it, but virtually the same deck. And that was a really fun match out of Galaxy. But we are at Omega Gaming here in Houston today. We have a really good show. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about Fabled, new decks that we're going to be seeing. We're going to be talking about what we're excited for the new set, and then we're going to touch on just a little bit for the tournaments that are coming up.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, me and Michael were in the same room for about an hour. Doesn't bring up anything, but right when the camera starts rolling, he starts talking about the one time he does beat me in the finals. Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. I didn't want to rub it in until now.
Yeah, it's great. Now
I had that intro queued up in the car on the way here. I was like, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to say I'm the number 1 player. I said ranked. I don't know if that's really what I meant, but I am the number 1 player because, since we last played, I think...
but everyone wants to hear about set 9, right?
Set 9 is what we're going to talk about.
Let's not look back at set 8.
We're not going to talk about puppies. We're not going to talk about Blurple. Even though I think Blurple we are going to talk about, just a little different one that's going forward.
Yeah,
but,
totally different iteration now.
Yeah.
Totally different. Popsicle Bell's gone.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that one first?
Let's talk about Amber Steel.
Amber Steel, because you think this is going to be one of the best decks.
It's on the play. It's just the best deck going around right now. There's a bunch of different iterations. This is Sailor's list from Alter Academy, which is J-Bomb's podcast. Check that out.
Shout out J-Bomb.
Yep, J-Bomb's great. So this is an iteration. He went through a bunch of lines and mulligans you would take with this deck. And there's quite a few variations of this going around. Be Our Guest is interesting in this one. I think it's mostly a tool against Louis the Crocodile.
Okay,
It's going to give your Nala or whatever Reckless, and then you can just sing with it to hopefully find a dock.
Yeah, I really like that. It's kind of just like it keeps your person alive, and then you also get another card to replace Be Our Guest, so you're not just expending a whole bunch of resources to use it while saving someone. Something that sticks out to me that I do want to ask you about, we're going to talk about it a little bit later, but no Aurora in this list, even though there is Tiana.
Yeah, no Aurora. There's a bunch of different iterations of this deck. This is kind of the slower version of this deck, which is reasonable. Playing Calhoun's kind of, he talks about on the podcast, just trying to be able to win games while you're on the draw is super important.
Okay.
Nala on the draw is #not good. Playing a 0-2 with resist 1 does not do very much to challenge the board, but it does put a lot of lore. It's like a piglet that never.
It's a piglet, yeah. It's the piglet replacement, which is what I'm calling it at least. I think it's really good. I think if you're not going for something super aggressive though, just like with piglet,
right.
I don't think it fits. Just kind of like what you're saying. I think for ladies, people are playing Lady a lot again, but the Tiana making a comeback.
Yeah, Tiana's incredible in this meta. So is Rhino. This list is playing Rhino, which not all of them is playing. But again, being able to threaten their 1-drops while you're on the draw, just kind of being able to eat a Daisy, eat a Nala while you're on the draw is a really powerful thing just to threaten. Just playing the 1-drop Rhino on turn 1 can really almost freeze their board in spots.
It really can, because if you play a Daisy, anybody that plays Amber that has a Daisy, you play it turn 1, they play a Rhino on the draw, and you're just like, okay, well, I guess I'm done questing for now because you're scared of that 4-draw or 4 attack coming out.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I really like this list. I think it kind of goes quick when it needs to, and then it also is a little bit defensive.
Right, the Lilos can kind of in the board stalls kind of challenge their board. Every game basically gets into this weird standoff with Spider-Man. Everyone's got their guns out towards each other. Everyone's and it's whoever quests first, well, you have to be really careful when you quest first because now they're either going to be able to challenge your board or if you're not ahead. There's so many things. Tiana really helping with that. Tiana's kind of the breaker, right? Tiana Pluto's the most feared opening in the game. Just playing Tiana on 3, then questing with your entire board and playing the Pluto. It's really hard to just break that with nothing else.
Is that why the Aurora's not here? Is because you don't really need to cheat out the Tiana? Playing it on 3 on curve is okay. You don't need to cheat it out on turn 2. Is that kind of the thought process there?
Yeah, I think that's why they're kind of going away from the Auroras. But this deck list, like they look completely different, right? Those deck lists are kind of going to go more low to the ground. You're kind of just trying to vomit your hand as fast as possible. This is kind of that, but with the BR Guest, it also just kind of like tries to refill, find your docks, which is also like against Blurple, finding your docks is super important.
Oh yeah.
So this deck is just kind of different. Like the Calhouns are, yeah. I mean, I keep talking about the Calhouns, but I'm not a big fan of Calhouns in this meta. But I definitely do at the same time understand them.
So what's the reason behind that? Why don't you like Calhoun in this meta?
I just want to go as fast as possible. I want to kind of beat them at their own game. Play Nalas in that spot. Play more 1-drops. You're kind of challenging the board while not getting rid of your speed while on the play. Like opening Calhoun on the draw is really good, but on the play it can be really like it almost stunts your growth of the board.
Okay.
And I think that's why a lot of the better players don't like playing Amber Steel, just because like these uninkables almost make you play a certain way, and there's not that much like agency in what you do. There's a lot of like skill in the play patterns of when you quest in this format, but besides that, that's really it.
Cool. I mean, I really like this list. I mean, I'm a big fan of Tiana. It fits in puppy decks. Just kidding. What's the next deck we want to talk about?
Sorry, you derailed my whole...
I took him out. That's what puppy decks do. Take Justin Shaft out.
Yeah, one card I do like in this list, the Sven. Obviously, on the podcast, Podcana, they were talking a little bit about Sven, which we don't.
Okay. Yeah.
But Sven can unready other people's characters.
Yeah.
Which I think is quite interesting.
Okay.
Unexerting their Tiana or whatever bodyguards, Jim Deers, things like that.
Okay.
I also think Goofy's really good. Goofy can be a really huge card in this meta. One of the things with Pluto is just like dealing 1 to Pluto. You have no way to heal unless you're playing Goofy.
Yep.
Also, you can't really. It's hard to challenge their board without an effect like Goofy. Just because if you turn sideways to try to challenge their board, they can now challenge you back, and it kind of creates a weird way. But Goofy can kind of break some of these games open, where you're able to like kill 2 of their creatures, challenge 2 of their creatures down, then untap your board. Now you have a bigger board. They don't. You play this Goofy, and you're in a better spot. But
yeah, I mean, I think people were playing Goofy in some Ruby decks towards the end of this set, Rain of Jafar, and I think people will continue to play them. I think you're right in some other kind of Amber Steel decks with Amber Ruby as well. But Jim Deere, I like that as well. I mean, 0-4, that's a pretty good defense. I mean, a lot of things just have that 3 attack. I mean, especially if you're doing going against Calhoun, other things like that. So Jim Deere I really like as well.
yeah, it's just like another effect of it's just another bodyguard effect,
Yep.
right? It's just another Pluto basically in these decks. And Lady can deploy to turn earlier, kind of protect you. Jim Deere kind of goes with Nala. Because you're able to quest with Nala on your turn 3, then you're able to play Lady into Jim Deere Exerted, and it kind of just like freezes the board a turn earlier than they expect. Jim Deere being an 0-4, of course, just one of the most snowball cards, but you're seeing a lot of play online, stuff like that. Just 4 on turn 3 is a lot. So
yeah, I'll be honest. That's one of the reasons why Nala really doesn't scare me too much is because of the 0 attack.
Yeah.
And so just kind of if you can get characters out there, you can kind of counteract it. Which is what I've been trying to do with Blurple. It's just kind of get characters out.
Well,
of the board.
3 is kind of the number in this meta, right?
Yep.
Next, I think we're gonna go on to Blurple, the kind of deck that I'm choosing right now to attack the meta, and you'll see basically every deck that I think we should play right now is going to have 3 power on offense, right?
Okay.
Having 8 1-drops with 3 attack, Royal Guard basically threatening 3 attack every turn, Rafiki threatening every turn. So the first thing you're going to notice when you look at this list, most likely, is me trimming on Genies.
Yeah, only 2 Genies.
Yeah, it just doesn't beat Amber Steel on the draw or on the play, really. It's a 2-4. 2-4 is just not enough tempo.
We were talking in the group chat about replacements for that turn 4, right?
Yep.
So like for 2 reasons. We were specifically talking about it for versus Genie Elsa. But yeah, in Amber Steel it also doesn't work. So you're really going to play only 2 Genies?
I think, honestly, this list started with 0, but then you just get into the Blurple Mirrors, and Genie is a really big card.
Okay.
This is playing Iago's kind of like in a similar vein. You just want to play Iago on 4, then the board stalls, then you want to play your Dumbo on 5, or an Elsa, either or. The Elsa either then to have your Iago start challenging into their board to kind of trim it down, because that's how these board stalls will work.
Yep.
Or you play a Dumbo and draw a card off your Iago. and kind of just start like threatening, like you need to quest right now or I'm going to run away with cards. Ana's kind of the similar thing. Ana allowing your like smaller guys to kind of challenge into the bodyguard, into the Tianas, into those boards, just kind of drawing cards. Hypnotic Strength, similar there.
Something that kind of sticks out to me is 4 of the elephant.
Elephant's cracked in that matchup.
Yeah.
And it's super important against Pluto. It kind of like freezes their board early.
So what are you bouncing back? Are you bouncing back a 1-drop? You're bouncing back anything? Like are you just trying to get it out? What's kind of the thought process
So
there?
one of the important parts with the Madam Mim, elephant? Whatever. Dumbo. I keep calling it Dumbo too.
Kind of.
It looks like it.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
The Madam
Okay,
Mim.
that's what you're going to have to work this deck into the name of this deck, something like that.
Yeah. So on turn 1 on the play, if you don't know what you're playing against, you like have to play a 1-drop. You have to play either one of these Royal Guards or a Fikis, which really sucks against half the meta. Against Purple Steel, you really don't need a 1-drop in play. Against Blurple, it's like you just wasted a card. So now playing Madam Mim on turn 3, you're able to bounce your 1-drop in a lot of spots. So it kind of gives you this like, okay, I didn't waste a card. Madam Mim's also very good against Purple Steel. It's kind of a blank against Blurple, but you'll find a way to work it in and maybe like get 2 damage on it.
A card that's missing that I really like is the Yelena, the one that gives Challenger +2. Do you think that there's any place for that in the meta?
So yes and no, right? It's just so bad in these like blue-purple matchups because like best case scenario, you're using your genie to challenge their genie or whatever Elsa, whatever it is. But you're kind of expending a card with that 2/3 now. When it's at its best, like you just don't care about lore in this matchup. Every card is like this own thing that needs to like it's a 2/3 that can be answered. They could just deal with it easily, right? It's not this card that like is going to apply any pressure or like Dumbo can just eat Yelena or Yelana, whatever her name is. So it doesn't really create pressure. It doesn't generate advantage. So it's just one of those things that like it's just going to be ink and you can't play too much of that.
And then something that the uninkables on this one that stick out to me would be Scrooge and Elsa. So Scrooge you really like on 4. I mean just 5/5.
It's huge, absolutely gigantic. And that's one of the things. They're playing the 3/6 also, 4-cost inkable. Some of the better players are playing that. I just can't get behind the 3 strength. 3 strength is not a lot.
The 5 is a lot.
Yeah, just being able to trade with Pluto is huge. Being able to be 5 attack is just so big. Like, the reason why Royal Guard is in this deck over, in my opinion, Basil is just because Finders Keepers gets it to 5 and trades with Pluto by itself. A lot of these people are trimming on Royal Guards. I'm trimming on Rafikis before I ever trim on Royal Guards.
Well, Hypnotic Strength gets it to 5 as well.
Correct, yep. Training with Rhinos. Just being able to get to 5
it gets to 4. Right?
2 + 2, 2 + 1, 2 + 4. It's 5, right?
Hypnotic Strength's 2.
Then
you draw 1. You draw for turn. Yep. So 5, yep. So Royal Guard 5 with Hypnotic Strength as well.
Ana's one of they're playing that TikTok Crocodile or whatever, the 4/7 evasive.
Really? People are playing that?
People are playing it.
Okay, wow. New card alert.
#big.
Yeah. It is big.
Yeah.
I remember playing that one in sealed events because it was just big.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really, I think Blurple's well set up. A couple of my teammates, like Ed, does not think Blurple's a real deck, but I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't. We've like an internal world-class cards server tournament going on right now. Blurple's running the table, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. So, can you disclose what Ed's playing?
I don't know what it's playing. It's a different pod. I'm not beating Ed, but I like that.
Wait, is DKP in it too?
I think so.
Okay. Well, look at the pods. But yeah, that's fun. So just quick plug. I'm gonna join the. Can you still join the founders thing?
I don't think you can be a founder anymore, but you can still get into the world class cards Discord.
World class cards Discord.
Yep.
We'll see if we can link it in YouTube.
I didn't think I liked this format, but man, I'm happy the Discord's gone. Like not being Prince John Sun Chilled feels pretty good. Speaking of Discord.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about the meta here in just a little bit. Do you want to talk about one more deck before we talk about the meta?
The other kind of like the trifecta of decks. The other one is Purple Steel. Shout out to JDRR. He's been coming up a lot on this podcast, it seems. But this guy is sharp. This is his latest on Twitter that he posted. I know he's got a Metafy, but I just figured I would post the newest one on Twitter. But
so something I want to point out that I absolutely love, just as it's clean, is there are 15 4-count cards. So there's no 3 count, there's no 2 count, there's no 1. There's 15, so it's exactly 60, 4 count, which is kind of fun. So
yeah, I don't know if I like that or not. It feels really sleek.
Really?
It feels really good, but it just kind of like scratches.
it's got to be consistent.
I don't like it.
It's the most consistent.
Yeah. Well, what does consistent mean? You're gonna draw the same cards over and over again? Sure, but
Yeah.
like, does that mean consistent? Consistently bad, maybe? Consistently good? Who knows, right?
I guess.
This deck, I think, is good.
Okay, yeah. So what's good about it?
I think this is basically targeting the Ember Steel matchup.
Okay.
I know that he talked a little bit about having the 1/4s in there, basically just because it's hard for Blurple to deal with.
Yep.
But
So exact opposite 1-drops of Blurple. Right? So
Exact opposite. Yes,
yeah.
correct.
So Rafiki, no Royal Guard. This one has Diablo, Palace Guard, and Captain Hook.
yeah, I mean, Captain
Yeah.
Hook's basically Rafiki,
Captain Hook,
right?
Rafiki are
Just
very
with
similar.
One,
Yeah.
basically the same thing.
Yep.
But the 0/1s are very good in the purple matchups, right? But it's kind of a brick against the Ember Steel deck. It doesn't. It's almost like starting with 1 less card. You're just basically trying to throw it into their character as soon as you can, and sometimes you can't. So Diablo is kind of a liability against Ember Steel, but it's probably good enough.
Yeah, because I do think it is good against any of the ramping decks. It's good against, right?
Right, it's great against
yeah.
those decks.
So I think 12 1-drops is to me the right number, but I think some people think more.
Yeah, whether or not it's Diablo. Yeah, speaking of more, let's get into my deck. Let's
No,
stop
not
talking
yet.
about JDR. We're
Not yet.
going to the
No.
next. We're going to the real deck.
No.
Me and Chris Baxter thought we broke the meta. A crazy amount of 1-drops.
All right, so let's see. So there's
4, 8, 12, 16,
7 times
20,
4.
24,
Yeah.
28. Is it 32?
No, 7 times 4. Because Kuzco's not a 1-drop.
5, 6, 7. 7, 28
So 7.
1-drop. This deck is fun.
Okay, so this deck, I'll be honest with you, I think I plugged in something similar. I did not have Dump Truck. I think I got the list pre-Dump Truck.
Pre-dump truck. Pre what I put into
It's
this
wild.
deck. It's absolutely crazy. So the whole idea of this
Yeah.
deck, and I want you guys to play this deck. Play some games with this deck. It's not good anymore because everyone decided to play 4 Calhouns. But we thought we broke the meta before everyone was playing 4 Calhouns. Calhoun is a problem.
Well,
but
yeah, because it just attacks you over and over and over and kills everything.
It just
over and
it
over
doesn't
and
die
over.
to dump
Yeah,
truck, doesn't die to
Yep.
cannons, doesn't even put some damage. So the entire point of this deck basically is you turn sideways, then dump truck finishes stuff off, fire the cannons finishes stuff off. But then the number 4, Big Mama Yzma, comes down on turn
Yep.
4. They can't kill it with strength on curve because you've been dump trucking them.
Right.
You've killed 1 or 2 of their creatures, fire the cannon, something. You play Yzma, now this is just game over.
Right, because you've emptied your hand, and you're either going to dock, right, because you emptied your hand,
Right.
or you're going to Yzma, and then it's just 3 cards.
It's
and then
crazy. It's crap.
most
It's
likely, like 50% chance it's going to be at least 1.5 1-drops, which is 2.
It's going to be
Because
tons
you
of
have
1-drops.
almost a 50%
You're
chance.
gonna go one
Yeah.
drop, one drop, one drop. Fucking Simba. Nala.
Nala.
You're gonna play Nala in a one drop.
So
I'm excited about this deck. Nala,
you're fucking excited.
you're gonna play Nala in a one drop, or Nala in a fire the cannons. Then you're gonna play
Yeah.
Yzma on 4. The game's over. Also, just found out. Apparently, it's Yzma. Yzma.
Yzma?
I say Yzma, which
Okay.
is not right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't
But
watched
people-
the movie. I'll ask my kids if they want to watch the movie. I don't know. Is it a kids movie?
People get angry when I
Okay.
say Yzma, but
Sorry.
yeah, this deck is crazy. I think this deck was very close to being good, and maybe it'll cycle back in. But please play some games with this deck. There's no more fun. This is peak Lorcana. Right
So
here.
So that's something I wanted to talk about. So this is peak Lorcana, right? Like we are so I think there's so many people that are so excited for this set to come out. Now, are we excited to buy cards? Not really, because we have most of the cards we need. Like how many cards from Fable are really in that, right?
Perfect. That's- yeah.
That's what I mean. Like I think I'm so excited for what this meta is going to bring about.
It feels like it's pumped blood back into the lifeblood. Of
Yeah,
Lorcana.
I mean, Puppies is still going to reign supreme. Like, we're still going to have a puppy deck. I still think it's going to be good with Tiana, Aurora, so I'm going to be chasing Auroras.
You promised if we took 2 weeks off, you wouldn't talk about puppies.
I
anymore.
beat you, and then I took all promises back, so I'm in charge, I guess. But puppy decks are back. I'm excited about the puppy deck with Aurora, Tiana. What are you excited about? That's not puppy deck.
Everything sucks. Puppies are terrible.
Puppies are
But
the
the rest of
best,
Lorcana is great. Everything is great. We've got big tournaments coming up. We've got all the competitive things, all of the new cards, everything feels like Lorcana is in a great spot right now.
Yeah, and you talked about it. We talked about it when we were kind of setting this up and what we're going to talk about, that there really are just like 4 major decks which to me, as someone that is newer to TCGs, I guess I don't know if I can say that very much longer, but 4 decks seems like a good amount.
4 decks? What do you think the 4 decks are? Purple Steel, Blurple,
Amber Steel. Purple Steel, Blurple, Amber Steel. I mean, I think Blue-Green's going to be up there.
Blue-Green's like part of it, right? Because
I think
Blue-Green
so.
beats Blurple, but Blurple will have to get unhinged enough for...
I think if we wait long enough, I think there's going to be a power line deck that sneaks in there. That's going to be really, really good.
Yeah, people are messing with it. I don't think it's quite good enough, but
Not
we'll
quite.
see.
Soon.
We shall see.
Yeah. I mean, what else are you excited for in this new meta that we're coming across?
Just the new... Brewing has never been this much fun, at least in my opinion. There's so many different cards you could use. There's so many different decks you could look at. You're really just starting from scratch all over again.
I want to hear it. What are some off the wall, off meta cards that you think could make an appearance?
Off the wall dump truck, buddy.
Dump truck. That is one, I guess. Yeah, but you're not gonna build a whole deck around dump truck.
I'm not. We just went over the deck. But I mean, there's a bunch of different stuff that you could do. The
What you
power line
thinking?
stuff is cool. The
Yeah.
green red, that max shift card.
Okay, yeah.
The whatever, get something from the bin, you can play it for free. That card's really powerful.
What do you think about the Amethyst Ursula? The one that you can you exert and
Yeah,
then
it's a
can
3/4
sing something.
for 5. Lets you sing something from your hand, which is not great. For free, and you get to exert a character on their other board. I've seen some play. It's seen some play on Lorcanito. But
Okay.
it's just one of those board breakers. But I think you'd just rather be playing like a Bell. And then it's like, do you really want to be playing 9 plus 5 drops? I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe it's a replacement for Ana, but then it's like, are you just want to skip 5 maybe or skip 6? But yeah, there's a million different ways to go.
We've talked about it quite a bit, but do you think a Princess deck with Aurora is going to come out?
It's getting close. I've seen some
Yeah.
decks with the Queen Sensor Core. Just being able to draw cards. We were memed on that card a lot, but I think it's still legal, right? It's at 5.
Yeah, I mean, if we think back to kind of what was really in control in the early days of Lorcana, I mean, there was the flute decks.
Well, there's that
so-
conch now. Have you seen that? Three.
No.
It costs 3, and then whenever you play a song, you could pay 1 additional, and you draw a card.
Oh, okay.
I've seen some yellow, the yellow conch decks, yellow green conch deck. Shout out to I think it's Umble on Maelstrom.
Okay, yeah.
He's building that deck.
So that's why I think this meta's wide open. I think there's just so many things that you can build. I think there's going to be a lot of different avenues that people take. I think having a one item kind of deck list that centers around one item, I don't think is kind of out of the realm of possibilities right now.
No, there's a million different cool things you could be doing, to be honest. I think there's a lot of underexplored things. I mean, the cards aren't even out yet, and I've had so much fun with this format.
Oh, we didn't even talk about Dumbo, really. So I think some people think that the Dumbo's overhyped. I think the hype is real.
Well, Dumbo's this like looming thing that's like, is the format super fast? Well, then I'm taking over if it's not, So it's like this. It's almost like this, looming presence that's always over your shoulder. Like, you better kill me quick, or I'm going to take over the game.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Dumbo. I think it's going to be really good. But some people are saying it's really just not going to be that good because it's only 3/3. It kind of trades poorly with some characters. But
that's the thing. If it's not a fast format, but like some games, it just takes over.
And then the deck that I'm going to try, that I've never really tried before this set, is going to be a green-blue deck. So I'm going to try that with a ramping, kind of either giving Reckless or sending characters back to hand or Louis to stop things.
Not new Rapunzel, but I guess set 8 Rapunzel is super interesting. I played some games with that deck. John Silver was a set 1 legendary and never really saw play, but now it's kind of hitting.
It's back. I think people like it. I think the one that I'm building has 4 in it.
Yeah, I think they all should have.
Yeah. Clarabelle.
Clarabelle's great. Finally getting its time to shine. There's a bunch of different decks that you could build, but you want to get into the upcoming tournaments?
Yeah, so we have a couple upcoming tournaments. Let's see.
Shout out SSG this weekend. SSG this weekend, followed by CCS. We have the first Infinity tournament at SSG this weekend. Invitational only. I am qualified, but again, I won't be there. I'm sorry.
No, you won't be there.
CCS the following weekend, which I will be attending. Huge tournament. 25K qualifies for a $50,000 tournament.
Yep.
Pretty sick.
That is awesome, and it's going to be Fabled, so it's going to be constructed.
Yep.
Fabled will be live. It'll be legal. So
yeah,
that's
SSG will be too. But.
Okay, yeah. And this is going to be a big tournament to see kind of what the meta's at. People are going to have time to get all the cards and kind of experiment, play around with it, even though they have been doing it on the site that must not be named. Same day.
Lorcanito.
Yep.
Then we have Ink, which a lot of the secret Lorcana testing, not so secret guys are going to. You guys shout out to that, not so secret.
Not so secret test, guys.
Ink Invitational. Not Invitational. I don't know why I put that word in. But then there's the PPG tournament, which wasn't really excited for. Now I'm super excited for.
Yep. I don't know
if I'm going to be able to go. I'm going to try. I'm going to move some stuff around because they have a
CCQ
Nationals, Continentals.
Yeah, Continentals. It's a qualifier for that.
Yeah, you win this tournament, which is going to be huge, probably.
It's now going to be one of the biggest tournament.
Yeah, 600, 700 people probably.
It's going to sell out. I would imagine.
It's going to be crazy. The Dallas one was 500 people, which is crazy. Then this
I wonder, will people fly? Do you think people will fly overseas to come?
I don't know.
I mean, it's last minute.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't check flights. I should check flights.
They have some qualifiers going on overseas, so.
They do? Okay.
But cool. I don't know if it's that weekend or not.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if not, I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Maybe someone. I don't know. But Lorcana, it's an exciting time for Lorcana.
Huge.
We're going to get back to it, posting regularly. I'm excited for this weekend's Fabled release. I am going to get at least a couple packs.
Yeah, get down to SSG if you can. Yep. We'll be probably doing a bunch of content here soon now that Lorcana is exciting again.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. See y'all, guys.
See you.